turnovers.
Rubio and Martin are their backcourt. Garnett out there with Tayshaun Prince. And it's Jang in at the pivot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Could it have been any other way? I mean, last season, KG returning to the Wolves. I mean, the entire city was buzzing for his return.
Kevin Garnett was once the star here and now is acting as the mentor for all these young Timberwolves players. He won't let them slack even for a moment on or off the floor.
You know, it's that competitive fire that made KG so great, Kevin, and Minnesota made a savvy move, I think, to get him into the locker room and back on the squad.
Philadelphia with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Noel, a screen on Rubio. Iverson outside. Lets it go from deep. Martin with the block. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. The 76ers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. Five on the clock. Iverson passes to Covington. Here's Okafor. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Okafor's got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers. Right side, Martin. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
A little shot fake there got the D out of position. 8 points for Jahlil Okafor. Minnesota shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Rubio outside. To the paint. Jang dishes to Garnett. Martin against Iverson. From 11 feet away. And it's Martin again missing. The 76ers leading by 7. Shoots the 3. That one's off to a rough 0 for 6 start for him.
Well, he's gone without a field goal, and that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done.
The drive by Rubio. And stolen by Iverson. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Dang. Garnett kicks to Martin. Inside. Power down with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
There's a screen by Noel. Dishes it to Covington. Out left to the wing. Here's Okafor. From down in the low post, it goes. Okafor's got 10 points in the game. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Detroit Pistons.
Look at what they did in the fourth quarter. I mean, they just went to sleep. Totally non-committal basketball. They allowed the big comeback.
Don't discount, though, the effort from the other side, because I just thought they took advantage of the opening once they got a little momentum.
Got a hand on it. Iverson right side. To the right side. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Minnesota. Jang's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And a lot of teams in the West can at least get a little bit of a breather when they go against the Eastern teams. The Wolves didn't have that last year. They got pummeled by the entire conference.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Tayshaun Prince, one of the ultimate Velcro guys. I mean, he's been in the league a long time. The consummate pro, as detailed, steady, and unflappable as they come.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns is checked in. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now, here's Marshall. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Right wing. Stauskas inside the line. The 76ers with another miss. And back to Tayshaun Prince for a moment. So much big game experience, a championship in 04 with the Pistons. That has to rub off on a team when you have a guy like that around in the locker room, on the floor. He's seen it all.
You know, it's a great point. And whether it's in games or practice or even in the locker room, his presence adds continuity. It's like having an extra coach looking out for the younger players.
And the shot is good.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Now here's Jang. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. Couple blocks in that game as well.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Rubio the pass to Towns. Back to Rubio. Outside Martin. Jang with the screen for Martin. At the top of the key, Towns. 5 on the clock. Here's Rubio. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And here is Marshall. There's a screen to the inside. Holmes passes to Okafor. It's Cannon atop the key. And good on the basket. Book it. Now Rubio. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Martin kicks to Towns. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Muhammad, he's checked in for Prince. Dean comes in for Kevin Martin. And Miller's subbed in for Ricky Rubio.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
Now, here's Grant. The screen from Thompson. 4 on the shot clock. Staskis can't convert after the good screen.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Here's Levine. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Miller outside. Can't get it to go. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Now here's Thompson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Stolen by Levine. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Hey, guys, for Zach LaVine, once he finally got comfortable last season, boy, did he heat up. He shot 42% over his rookie year, but 47% over the last month. And I think that gave him a lot of confidence as he's entering into year 2.
Here's Cannon. He dishes it to Boozer. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Levine. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. Fourth, the 76ers.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Now here's Boozer. He's got 6. Rebound by Dang. Jang's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
Here's Thompson after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
76ers have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Pass to Boozer. Shoots from the block, and he gets it to go. Boozer's got 4 this quarter.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Here is Miller after Carlos Boozer's score. Shot clock at 3. A 3 ball. Miller, no luck. The 76ers leading by 3. Cannon dishes to Thompson. Connects from 3-point range. Thompson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Pass to Dang. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the half. Jang with the screen for Miller. For Minnesota, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. With 1 on the clock, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The 76ers have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. And the first one at the line is good, and the Timberwolves making a change here. And so Boozer nails them both. And that concludes the first half. 76ers lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq, your thoughts?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, let's get your input on the Timberwolves.
I was unimpressed, Ernie. Very unimpressed with their offense. You know, guys seem to be going through the motions, not cutting, not hustling. They failed to get back into a great offensive rhythm. They'll need to step it up big in the second half to cut into this lead.
And that's it for halftime.